Welcome back to Future Vehicles, where we explore the engineering marvels of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Today we're taking a close-up look inside a car that changed the face of motorsport in the early 1950s, the 1951 Jaguar C-Type. While most reviews focus on its revolutionary aerodynamics and racing pedigree, we're diving into the cockpit to appreciate what it's like inside this historic machine, raw, mechanical, and built with a singular purpose: speed. At first glance, the interior of the Jaguar C-Type is about as far from luxury as one can get, and that's exactly what makes it so special. This is a no-frills, purpose-built racing car, and every component in the cabin is dedicated to performance, weight savings, and functionality. Sitting inside, you are not just in a car, you are in a tool designed for victory. The doors open with a simple mechanism, and stepping over the sill into the deep, bucket-style seat brings an instant connection with the car's racing soul. These seats are minimalist, thinly padded and covered in leather. They're fixed, there's no adjustability, because the focus here isn't comfort, but driving precision. The seating position is low, snug, and slightly reclined, putting the driver in the ideal stance to feel every movement of the chassis. The moment you settle in, the aluminum skin of the bodywork surrounds you. It's cold, bare and industrial with visible rivets and raw paneling. There are no carpets, no interior trim, no soundproofing. You can hear the gears engaging, the pedals creaking, the engine breathing. Every sound becomes part of the experience, a mechanical orchestra playing just inches from your feet. Directly ahead, the steering wheel dominates the view. It's a large, thin-rimmed wood and metal wheel with 3 drilled spokes, a design meant to reduce weight while maintaining structural integrity. The wood feels natural in your hands, and there's no power assistance. Every movement is direct and physical. Steering a C-Type isn't something you do casually. It demands attention and strength, responding to every input with immediate precision. The dashboard is equally Spartan yet beautifully purposeful. It's a flat metal panel painted in a simple matte finish to reduce glare. The instrumentation is focused on what the driver truly needs: a large central tachometer with a red line around 5,500 RPM, flanked by smaller dials for oil pressure, water temperature, and fuel level. No speedometer. In a race car like this, knowing how fast you're going isn't as important as knowing how the engine is behaving. Each dial is analog, with white numerals on a black background, giving a clear, immediate readout even under the harsh conditions of endurance racing. The switches and toggle levers scattered across the dash are straightforward, labeled in plain lettering, no backlighting, no embellishment. There's a simplicity here that borders on elegance. It's not trying to impress, it's trying to win. Beneath the dashboard, the pedal box reveals another layer of driver-focused engineering. The pedals are close together, with a short, stiff travel, optimized for heel and toe shifting. These are mounted on the floor with no extra padding or ergonomic design, just raw aluminum engineered for control and response. The clutch is heavy, the brake pedal firm, and the throttle incredibly sensitive. To the right of the driver sits the 4-speed manual gear lever, a stubby, solid metal shifter that clicks into place with mechanical certainty. Each shift is an event, a tactile engagement between man and machine. There's no synchromesh on first gear, which means double clutching is often required. This isn't just about driving. It's about mastering a rhythm, learning the car's character, and becoming one with its imperfections. Between the two seats lies a narrow transmission tunnel, exposed and slightly warm from the gearbox beneath. It's a constant reminder that the powertrain is right there, transferring energy with brutal honesty. There's no insulation between you and the drivetrain, just aluminum and determination. Storage? None. There's no glove box, no door pockets, no center console. This is a cockpit, not a cabin. The only thing you might find is a leather strap holding a clipboard or stopwatch, tools for the navigator during endurance events like Le Mans. Every ounce of weight not essential to speed and handling has been stripped away. The windscreen, or rather, the dual aero screens, are minimal. Each driver has a small curved piece of perspex in front of them, barely enough to deflect the wind. It doesn't provide protection. It offers just enough to keep bugs and gravel from your eyes at 120 miles per hour. Wearing goggles wasn't a style choice. It was mandatory. Even the mirrors are small, barely functional by modern standards. They give just enough visibility to know when someone is on your tail, which is all that mattered on the track. Visibility forward, however, is surprisingly good. The long, sloping bonnet gives a clear line of sight, with the tops of the fenders acting as visual guides through corners. There's a certain romanticism to the C-Type's interior. Not in the traditional sense. There are no luxury materials or design flourishes on, but in its purity of purpose. This is an environment that respects the driver. It expects skill, patience, and grit. It offers nothing for free, but everything in return for those who are willing to engage with it on its own terms. Every rivet, every wire, every gauge was placed here to serve one function: to win races. In 1951, that's exactly what it did. At the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the Jaguar C-Type stunned the world by taking first place in its debut race. The interior you see here today is almost exactly as it was then. No digital screens, no infotainment, no climate control. Just the raw essentials needed to push the limits of engineering and endurance. And that's the essence of why the C-Type's cockpit still matters. It reminds us of a time when racing was brutally real, when drivers sat in machines that were light, fast, and often dangerous, when control meant understanding every nuance of grip, temperature, and momentum. The cockpit of the C-Type isn't just where the driver sits, it's where they become part of the machine. In the modern world of carbon fiber and electronic driver aids, the 1951 Jaguar C-Type's interior stands as a powerful contrast and a powerful statement. It shows us what it means to build a car for racing and nothing else. And even now, over 70 years later, it continues to inspire. Not with creature comforts or technology, but with focus, heritage, and soul. That's it for today's Interior Spotlight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the raw, race-ready cockpit of the 1951 Jaguar C-Type, make sure to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what legendary car you'd like us to explore next. Until next time, keep your eyes on the road and your heart in the past, present, and future of vehicles.